Ladies. So before he gave the Liberian history, we asked the DJ to please play the Liberian national anthem.
Yeah, let me just hold him. Yeah, after this.
All
right. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this time first to say thank you to the leadership and people of FIFA for giving me the opportunity to do a brief history about a nation that has set history in Africa. A nation known for making history in Africa, Liberia. Liberia, officially the Republic of Liberia, a country on the west coast of Africa. It is bordered by Sierra Leone on its northwest, Guinea to the north, Ivory Coast to its east, and the Atlantic Ocean to its south and southwest. The area of Liberia. Liberia has a total land area of approximately 111,000 square kilometers and a coastline of 580 kilometers. Of the total area, roughly 96,000 square kilometers is landmass, and the remainder is composed of rivers, lakes, and wetlands. The current population of Liberia is 5.739 million as of the date of this research, according to the United Nations data, July 31, 2025. The flag, often called the Lone Star flag, features 11 horizontal stripes alternating between red, white, and blue square containing a white 5-pointed star in the canton. The 11 stripes symbolize the 11 signatories of the Liberian Declaration of Independence. The red and white color represent courage and moral excellence, respectively. The blue square represents the African continent, and the white star symbolizes Liberia as the first independent nation in Africa. The flag's design is heavily influenced by the United States flag, reflecting Liberia's history as a nation founded by free American slaves and those of African descent from the Americas. The American Colonization Society, along with the U.S. government, played a key role in the establishment of Liberia. In December 1960, Liberia became a member of the UN Security Council, specifically sharing a term with Ireland. This marked the first time Liberia served on the Security Council, and they represented the newly independent African states. The term was split with Ireland as part of a compromise between Western European and African nations. Liberia was elected for the second time as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council for a year term beginning in 2026. Liberia will serve alongside with Bahrain, Colombia, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Libya. This marks a significant moment as Liberia becomes the final founding member of the United Nations to serve on the Security Council. Now let's look at the economy of Liberia. The economy of Liberia is extremely undeveloped, with only 3.222 billion by gross domestic product as of 2019, largely due to the first, that was from 1989 to 1996, and the second civil war from 1999 to 2003. Liberia itself is one of the poorest and most least developed countries in the world according to the United Nations. Now let's see the languages of Liberia. English is the official language of Liberia. Although more than 16 indigenous languages and a form of English known as the Liberian English is also spoken. Liberia was partly shaped by the transatlantic slave trade. Now let's look at the religious demography of Liberia. The estimate of the population, which is 5.7 million, according to the 2024 population census. According to the 2022 national population census, the population of 84.9% are Christians and 12% Muslim. 2.6% who claim no religion. 0.5% adherent to traditional indigenous religious belief, and less than 0.1% member of non-religious group, including the Baha'i, the Buddhists, the Hindus, the Jews, the Shia, Muslim organizations state that Muslims may be up to 20% of the population. By according to the census, just 12%. Christian denominations in Liberia include the African Methodist Episcopal, the African Methodist Episcopal Zion, the Baptist, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Episcopal, Jehovah's Witnesses, Lutheran, Presbyterian, Roman Catholic, Seventh-day Adventists, the United Methodists, and a variety of Pentecostal churches. According to the Set Free Alliance, a US-based Christian outreach and humanitarian aid organization, the largest Christian denomination is the United Methodist Church. Most Muslims are Sunni. There are also small Shia and Ahmadiyya communities. Many members of religious groups also incorporate elements of religious traditional belief and customs into their religious practices. Christians reside along the country, across the country, sorry. Muslims belonging to the Mandingo and Fula ethnic groups also live throughout the country, while Muslims of the Ba ethnic group live predominantly in Grand Cayman County in the west. The traditional poro for males and the Sundays for female societies, often referred to as the Bush School or secret societies, combine traditional religious and cultural practices and are present in the northern, western, and central regions of the country. All traditional cultural and religious practices, including the Queen Society and the Bodio priests of the Grego people, reside primarily in the southeast. Now let's look at the status of government respect for freedom of religion. The Constitution provides for the separation of religion and state and stipulates all persons are entitled to freedom of thought, conscience, religion, and it states no one shall be hindered in the exercise of these rights except as required by law to protect public safety, order, health, moral, or in the rights of others. It provides for equal protection under the law and prohibits political parties that exclude citizens from membership based on religious affiliation. It also states no religious group shall have exclusive privileges or preferences, that the country should establish no state religion. Now let's come to the foundation of Liberia. Liberia was founded by the American Colonization Society, that is the ACS, in 1822. And the goal for resettling formerly enslaved African Americans and freeborn black in the West Africa. The ACS composed both abolitionists and slaveholders, facilitated the purchase of land and the transportation of these individuals to the region. The settlement eventually became the independent nation of Liberia in 1847. Now, the ACS, this organization founded in 1816, advocated for the resettlement of free black people in Africa. Early settlement. The first group of formerly enslaved people arrived in 1822. Judy Ashmore, he became a key figure in developing the colony and is considered by some to be the real founder of Liberia. Joseph Jenkins Roberts, he became the first non-white governor of Liberia and later its first president. In 1847, Liberia declared itself an independent nation. Now, why did Liberia declare independence? Liberia declared its independence on July 26, 1847, primarily due to the American Colonization Society's inability to effectively govern the colony and the desire for self-governance and international recognition. The declaration was also fueled by the colony's need to establish its own laws, particularly regarding trade and taxation, and to assert sovereignty in the world stage. Here, we will look at some more detail why Liberia declared independence. The ACS, a private organization, struggled to govern the colony effectively, leading to the challenges of maintaining order and resolving disputes. The desire for self-governance is another reason. The colonists, primarily formerly enslaved African Americans, sought to establish their own government and laws, mirroring the idea of the United States from which many had immigrated. Now, for economic concerns too, the colony relies on custom duties, which were challenged by both African leaders and the British Americans, created economic instability and prompted the need for independent control over trade and taxation. Now, they also needed international recognition. Liberia's Declaration of Independence was also a move to gain international recognition, particularly from the European powers, as the ACS authority was limited. Inspiration from American Revolution. The Declaration of Independence was inspired by the American Revolution and the desire to break free from colonial rule. Africa's oldest republic has experienced a turbulent recent history, marked by civil wars, political instability after a period of significant unrest, including 2 civil wars that devastated the country. Liberia has enjoyed nearly 2 decades of peace since 2003.
Go wash your hand.
The country has made strides in rebuilding its government, establishing the rule of law, and ensuring political and civil liberties. However, Liberia continues to face challenges related to poverty, economic development, and the legacy of its violent past. Here we look at the post-conflict reconstruction and development. The Second Civil War officially ended in 2003, leading to the establishment of a national transitional government supported by the UN peacekeeping troops. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Libya's first female head of state, and also in Africa, was elected in 2005, marking a significant step towards democratic governance. Liberia has been working to rebuild its economy, infrastructure, and institutions with support from international partners like the World Bank. Efforts are on the way to address issues such as the electricity, clean water, and well as to promote agricultural development. Liberia is actively working to address human rights violations and the atrocity committed during the civil wars. The establishment of the Office of the War and Economic Crimes Court signifies the country's commitment to holding perpetrators of war crimes accountable. Efforts are also being made to promote reconciliation and healing within communities affected by the Civil War. Liberia operates on a constitutional framework similar to the United States, with the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. Political parties are legalized, and the country has a multi-party system. Elections are held regularly, and the president is directly elected for a 6-year term. Currently, President Joseph Newman Boaka, who was born 30 November 1944, is a Liberian politician who has served as the 26th president of Liberia since 2024. He previously served as the 29th vice president of Liberia from 2006 to 2018 under President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and also as the Minister of Agriculture in 1983 to 85. Now let's look at the economic and social challenges. Despite progress, Liberia remains one of the poorest and least developed countries in the world. The country's economy is heavily reliant on natural resources, particularly mining. And it is also believed that Liberia is a rich nation, but the people of Liberia are poor. Poverty, unemployment, limited access to basic services remain significant challenges. Liberia is also working to address issues as youth development, gender inequality, and the health sector at large. Now let's look ahead. What is Liberia looking at? What are the prospects of Liberia? Liberia future hinges on continual effort to strengthen governance, promote economic growth, and address the lingering effect of its past. Sustained international support and domestic commitment to peace and development are a crucial issue for Liberia's long-term success. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's my prophet too. I'm now on the world stage. Come on, bro. I'm glad, and I know you are, to wish you a happy Independence Day. Everyone, today as we celebrate Liberia's journey to freedom, it's our business to reflect our shared dreams and aspirations. May this day inspire us to embrace unity, resilience, and hope for a better future. Together, let's honor our past and build a better future for ourselves and our children. Cheers to liberty. Love is the spirit of Liberia. Let me end with these few words from the Independence Day celebration in Yuba School. As the guest speaker told us, the Reverend Father Jonah Wobila Shore, a Cameroonian nationality, a Catholic priest, he told us these three things, and I will tell you to remind you. Recognize who you are, love who you are, and share who you are. God bless Liberia, and God bless you. Let's continue to as we sing the national anthem of Liberia. Let's love it, liberty shall not be lost. Glory,
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Joshua. Everybody, I cannot hear your hands. Come on, everybody, come on. Keep clapping as we walk to a seat. Keep clapping, keep clapping. We want to say thank you, Mr. Joshua, for that amazing history. There are a lot of things we learned in high school, and today you took our minds back. And we want to say thank you so much for taking us back. And also, guys, remember the three things. Remember the last three things. Yeah. All right. So we have one challenge here. We're going to be giving some people today. I have your names here. The national anthem we're playing. Somewhere you're not saying you will get me. You will see the national anthem. We'll add the name playing here. So we can get it. If you not see it, you have to do it. So y'all ready for it? Let me start calling me. Number one, we call on stage. Everybody's yeah. The king.
Charlie, how you doing?
Everybody welcome here. The king will come first.
So that is.
The king of Europe.
They need the show. They need the show.
Can they see it? I understand it. I hear it. Come on.
Okay.